Folks, this is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Seek to know the truth. When you hear an opinion and believe it, you make an agreement, it becomes part of your belief system. The only thing that can break this agreement is to make a new one based on truth. Only the truth has the power to set you free. Real question is the person going to tell you the truth? Market boys, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up, down 139, Nasdaq down 36, S&P's down 17, gold contract down $9.70, trading at $1,282 an ounce. Silver down 36 cents at $19.59. Platinum off 37 at $1,336 an ounce. Copper down 5 pennies at $3.03 a pound. Light sweet crude up $1.25, trading out at $94.93 a barrel. Bonds down 17 ticks at 134.16. King dollar up 123 at 82.64. The euro at 131.25, and the yen's trading out there at 97.67. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, so we are right now, we got to a low out here today, folks, of 1560. Okay, so let's watch what we did here. You know, your high in the S&P, cash S&P this is, was on the 22nd of May. That high was 1667, so we're $100 off it, okay? You do the first leg down comes down with volume, go back up with lighter volume. Second leg, you're down with volume. The second leg just finished, folks. That's what you have. You can expect, I expect we're going to see a bounce out of here. So this is what we did. Now watch what we did. Friday, you had 2 billion shares traded. Today we did 890. Now the 890 was going into, and you got to remember something, the market is all energy. That's all it is. And energy gets expended, right? Well, bottom line, it's the end of, I suspect you're going to get a bounce. Now this bounce, folks, is only a B to C of a much larger ABC down. That's how this is getting set up right now. We've already did one. You get another one getting set up. On the first one, we went over this 0.618 just a bit. Bottom line, come down hard. Now what you're going to see is another bounce. You'll see anemic volume on the bounce. And it totally makes sense where we are. 2 different things end up happening. You had the complete A to B equals C to D. And what you also had, though, is this. So see, we did 890 million shares today. What this was going into is that when we had the downdraft in April 15th, the S&P cash came from 1588 down to 1552. We did 995 million there. You come into that with 890 today. Bottom line, I expect we're going to get a bounce. Now, it's going to be an anemic bounce. If we go look at the SPY, we'll set it up on the SPY. So we have what the SPY is this. SPY right now is trading out at 157.06. We did 217 million shares. The first day off, last Thursday we did 321 million. That's when we were breaking the B point. Friday we did 271. Today we did 218. Now 218 was coming into 217, right, going right over to that 15. So it just makes sense you do a bounce. Now on a weekly, what you're going to have though is you're going to have 169 at the highs and you're going to have 158 at the lows. You know, so on the SPY, I expect you're going to get a bounce. Nothing heavy, 3 points that can bounce into that 160.25. We go to the Dow Industrials. You take a look at the Dow Industrials. And the numbers are hitting all over the place here. That's the bottom line, folks. And what that means specifically is that you're going to trade as paradise. So, Dow Industrials, you're down $1.39. You got to a price point of 14,551. 14,551, it was going right into that 14th, 15th. That's where I expect you're going to get a bounce. Bounce in the Dow. We'll see if the Dow can get up to that 14,953. Nasdaq Composite. Now the Composite, this is going to be, we get some divergence here, and this is what it is. The Composite come down to 32.94. We're at 32.20. The composite did 1.9 billion today versus 2.9 billion, but that 1.9 billion is too much. So the composite is going to be a wild card here, folks. I suspect we're going to still get a bounce, but you're going to want to absolutely keep your eye on this Nasdaq, because what you had is that we came into the 15th of April. We had done 1.7 billion. We did 1.99. The 2nd of May, which we were broke topside, we did 1.753. We did 1.99. That's the composite. Now, if we go to the NDX, you're going to see the NDX wants to bounce. What we did with the NDX 100 now, last Wednesday, we did 60 million on the way down. Thursday, rather. Friday, we did 51 million. Today, we did 40, and the 40 was coming into 55. 55 is going to be the April 10th area. So I expect you're going to see that bounce a little. And the bounce and the Qs were at 69.73, can get you about 71.47. So those are the dailies, how the dailies are set up. How the weekly is set up, and this is where this is the larger ABC structure, folks. The way the weekly is set up goes like this. You just take the top of May to right down to where we were today. That's your A point on A to B in a weekly. And I expect what you're going to see, like we'll still bounce to the same portion, meaning 71.47. But that's what you're setting up on a weekly basis, and it's going to be really hard to go up with higher volume because the way we come down was so intense, meaning volume was so huge. If we go over to the SPY, or the SPX rather, and I set that up for you, what you're going to see is this. You're going to see an A point is out there, a 1687, and the B is 1560. So you're talking about 127 point A to B structure. Big number, folks. We'll see where this bounce comes into. I expect on the cash S&P, this can actually get up to almost 1,600, 1598. That's going to be looking for on this number. So that's only 25 points. Now, what you have is this. Okay, so let's go over to the bonds next, because bonds are rejecting lower price out there. The end of the downdraft in bonds is right here, folks, and it did it really nice today. What we did is this. Bonds get down to 133.04, rejected lower price, did 521,000 contracts, which is a lot of contracts, by the way, okay, but it's not the 800,000 that we broke to lows on. You rejected that level, you're going to see bonds bounce, and bonds will bounce big. Bonds, the first bounce should do 137.25. King dollar. Now, what King dollar is done, okay, so what we're doing is we're coordinating the whole deal. So first you do the indices. Then we're looking at the bonds, because the bonds, no doubt, will whack in the market. Now I'll go over to King dollar. King dollar right now, folks, on a longer-term basis, yes, wants to go higher. On a shorter-term basis, wants to pull back. That's going to give the market breathing room. King dollar, we're at 82.62. We did 42,000 contracts out there today, which is nice, okay? Bottom line, King dollar more than likely wants to pull back to somewhere around 81.51. And that would also be a B to a C of an ABC structure on the way up. That's how it's setting up right now. 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Let us know what's going on in your world. Let's go over to the world of gold. World of gold. What do we have here? Okay. We did 151,000 contracts, which is nice, by the way. Okay, that's not bad. We were at 120 like at 10 o'clock this morning, so it calmed down pretty dramatically. What we haven't got in the gold period is a rejection of lighter volume, rejection of price on lighter volume. It looks to me, we take a look at the GLD, bottom line, what's sticking out like a sore thumb inside the GLD, and this is where it looks like it wants to go, is that we're at 123, that 119.54 is wide open. And the 115.94, if that's where the GLD wants to go, when you pull this baby up and you take a look at it, what's screaming out there is, 11.95, 12.26 gold. And if it breaks that number, big trouble. You break that number, you're going to be down to 9.95 and about a heartbeat. I mean a heartbeat. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. We had the Dow Industrials close down 139, Nasdaq off 36, S&P's off 18. We're going to be right back, folks. Bye.